Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. Good afternoon to the listening and viewing public, tuned in via radio, TV, or internet. I want to take this opportunity to show appreciation to the NEOC for affording the opportunity to share the perspective from the St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services as it relates to our response to COVID-19. The St. Kitts Nevis Fire and Rescue Services stands fast in its mandate to safeguard and protect the lives and property of citizens and the general economy. With this in mind, we have instituted a number of changes and adopted a whole new set of measures to bring our daily operations in line with the new normal brought on by COVID-19. First and foremost was the development of a plan of action, which dealt with the important matter of basic principles of infection control in an emergency service environment. The plan of action informed on matters such as what to do to prevent the outbreak of the coronavirus at fire stations. For this, a number of new measures were adopted, such as procuring of sanitizers and disinfectants, the implementation of new, robust, appropriately scheduled sanitizing measures at all fire stations, the procuring of PPEs such as gloves, face masks, and gowns to assist in our daily operations, reduction of the manpower, and working hours of work shifts to allow for the adequate applying of physical distancing measures, the transporting of staff to work in order to reduce risk of becoming infected, the identification and designation of a special room at all of our fire stations to be utilized for isolation of staff who becomes ill with symptoms of COVID-19 while at work. The implementation of new sick leave policies were also adopted, where any staff members reporting illnesses associated with the flu were told to remain at home. New measures to our emergency response procedures were also adopted. We are cognizant of the fact that more time is being spent at home due to the implementation of COVID-19 legislation. These new stay-at-home restrictions will no doubt bring about increased use of sources of ignition in the house, such as stoves for cooking and electronic equipment for entertainment purposes, etc. For this reason, we are encouraging homeowners to adopt useful fire safety measures in the home, such as having an emergency safety plan. Make sure all members in the household are familiar with this plan. Become familiar with the odor of propane gas. Once a strong scent of propane is observed in the kitchen, have an appropriate technician check for leaks before proceeding to use your stove. Make sure ignition sources such as matches, lighters are kept out of the reach of children. Avoid overloading of electrical circuits. Make sure extension cords are of correct UL rating before use. Malfunctioning electrical equipment and appliances should be serviced by a certified technician. One should endeavor to adopt these safety practices, as they would no doubt make your home a much safer place to be during the lockdown periods. We are presently at that time of the year which we consider to be the fire season. As such, we have begun to experience a high rate of wildland fires. I want to take this opportunity to seriously warn the general public, with special attention to our farmers and persons who are getting into the dangerous habit of burning garbage, and the indiscriminate setting of fires is a crime. And if caught in the act, you will be certainly prosecuted. Please bear in mind that a small, seemingly non-threatening fire that you set can get out of control in a matter of seconds, spread and do dangerous damage to the property of others. These fires are also a source of great discomfort to adults and children who suffer from respiratory illnesses such as asthma. Our present fire statistics indicate that for 2020, we have responded to a total of 245 fires, comparing to a total of 367 for the same period in 2019, showing just around a 37% decrease. The St. Kitts Navy's Fire and Rescue Services stands committed in its mission to make St. Kitts and Nevis a much safer place to be, and to assist and provide strong, meaningful support to the important fight of this dreaded pandemic. I conclude by adding my commendation to the splendid and important work that has been done by the COVID-19 task force team in the response and management to COVID-19, which have taken the lives of so many the world over. I encourage all to continue to comply with the measures that are in place as we continue to fight to contain this dreaded disease. I thank you. God bless.